So in December of 2018, a random 4chan user would keep posting things like this. The one on screen is dated as December 20th, 2018.
Be here in B, 23/12/2018, at 3 GMT. You don't want to miss this.
What am I in for, OP?
Let's just say, it's my Christmas present for you.
I'm not sure if the Anon made posts similar to this earlier, but the earliest one I could find was on the 20th. Anons on the main thread claim that he has been doing it for a bit though. So on Saturday, December 22nd, 2018, that same Anon posts this.
Sorry guys, 2 beers left. I will go for it. It will ruin my life for years, so I need to get some courage.
I assume it's not December 22nd for the Anon, because as the title says, he's from Norway, and Norway is usually like 6 to 8 hours ahead of the United States. Since the Anon claimed that he was doing it on the 23rd, and for me, the archived website says that the thread was posted on December 22nd. So I'm going to assume that this happened on the 23rd for the OP. So as seen as the screenshot that I took, a lot of Anons were discouraging him, saying things like, "Don't hurt others, Anon. Don't do it. Just drink some more beers, watch some videos, and go to sleep. Go for what? Don't ruin your life, bro. Do some good shit for yourself." I am making a point of this because it does become kind of a point later on in the video.
I'm going to kill my abusive father. Just need to make sure he dies. Waiting for him to sleep.
Anyways, another Anon asks him how he's going to do it, and another one calls him a chicken. He responds to those comments with this.
I'm going to hit him in the head with a fire extinguisher, and then strangle him. Tell it to the man who abused multiple women and me throughout his life. He's a violent sexual assaulter. I will be doing the world a favor.
Anons then asked him, how did he abuse him? And if his dad sexually abused him? And to tell them what kind of person he is he a man or a woman? OP responds by saying,
It's enough a favor to do it when it isn't conscious. He will pass away while asleep. I'm a man, yes.
And Anon then makes fun of him, saying that his dad's gonna wake up mid whatever OP was planning and just beat him up. But then sadly he also gives him advice.
I'm thinking that if I hit him 3, 4, 5, 6 times in the head, he will be in shock / comatose, and then strangle him. I have a backup knife if he wakes up after the first hit and doesn't succumb.
Another Anon then says, a good few hits with a fire extinguisher should do the deed. The OP responds with this and with a picture of a fire extinguisher.
14 kilogram fire extinguishers to the head should be enough. If not, then I'll try to cut his throat with the knife.
People on B are now starting to believe that the OP is going to do something, or at least are going along if it's a LARP. Some people do start making fun of him, saying to post a picture of himself so he could see why his dad sexually abused him. From what I understand, his dad didn't sexually abuse him. It's just, I guess, them making fun of OP. Eventually, the OP does come back to the thread and posts a picture of a hallway saying, wish me luck. At this point, more Anons are telling him not to go through with it, and it's not worth going to jail for life. So as I kept scrolling down through the thread, trying to piece it together, some Anons claimed that earlier on in December, the OP would say he was going to commit word puzzle, but that the Anons on those threads kept telling him to kill his dad first. Eventually, the OP does come back and he says this.
OP here. He's dead. Calling the police right now.
People are now saying that they won't believe the OP unless he posts a picture or a video. The OP does eventually come back and he posts a picture of what seems to be a corpse with a fire extinguisher next to its head and blood all over the walls and sofa. But many people claim that's fake, or that it looks fake. But as you probably guessed from this video, it wasn't fake.
OP here. I'm about to call the police for myself.
So as the name of the video implies, this did happen. Many Anons on the thread didn't believe it, or thought it was fake, and that everything that the OP posted was staged. The OP would never update the thread again. He was claiming throughout the thread that he would be calling the police on himself after he committed whatever he was going to do. Anons on the thread were theorizing that the OP was from UK because of how he typed. And I know it's not really worth mentioning, but some random anon got hexes, which is just like trips and dubs, but the 6 numbers on the end are the same. And before even doing more research on this, I also believe that this thread was fake. I found it while trying to look for more things that belong on the 4chan iceberg. And I read through it at the first time, and I'm like, this is fake. There's no way this is real. Because I will say that it did look fake. And the archive website that I used is called ArchiveMo for this thread, which I think has a feature of letting people go to past threads and then also making posts on those past threads. Since there was some posts from 2019 and 2020 on that thread as well, through archive.mo, and then some anons that posted after the thread was archived said that it was real and that it happened in Norway. And then another anon posted, "It's real. Google drop I sadness." I hope I said that right. So this is when I decided to Google the phrase that anon said to Google. And at first I was really confused because I don't speak Norwegian, and I didn't know how to traverse the sites either. Eventually I did find a website that let me look at an article thanks to Google Translate. Luckily I didn't have to make an account for this website. Many of the other ones I did try kept making me try to make an account to view an article. Here's one of the articles I'm using as a source. It's from nrk.co, and it translates to: announced the murder of the father an hour and a half in advance. The 27-year-old wrote on the online forum that he was going to kill his father after drinking 2 beers. An hour and 40 minutes later, he published a bloody picture from the scene. That article claims that the father traveled from Morocco to Norway, I would assume to celebrate Christmas with his family. It also says that the people on 4chan were encouraging him, when that wasn't really the case. Many anons, especially in the beginning, were telling him not to go through with anything. So yeah. This article here by NRK as well, which was published a year later, claims that the OP would only be getting 16 years in prison for the murder of his father. Many more sites do confirm that the OP killed his father and that the OP was 27 years old at the time of the murder. Another article from netizen.no in 2019 says that the OP, while in court, said this: "I have many memories of my father. Both me and my mother sometimes had to escape from him. We were afraid of him. The violence against me started before I was 10 years old." And that's basically all I could find. I couldn't find the name of the OP or a picture. I did only use websites that allowed me to go into them without making an account. I also don't speak or understand Norwegian. So if the name of the OP is out there, and anyone that does know and understand Norwegian, and you're willing to, do a little investigating, I would like to know the name of the person that committed this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. This event really came out of left field for me because I thought we already covered everyone that had committed a murder that happened to post on 4chan about it, or use 4chan, if that makes sense. I did find this while looking for stuff for the 4chan iceberg, and also while researching for the Vitamin Avenger video that was posted last week. I would like some constructive criticism on how I should format these videos. I would like to get better. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, comment, subscribe, and bye.